Sorry, no quirky intro today, or anything, honestly. I didn't even know I was gonna do this until just a little while ago. The fact of the matter is, I owe Zelda 2 an apology. The word I've got stuck in my head right now is unplayable, which is a common word we use for games we see as bad or flawed. Which I think is wrong because blemishes like that don't make them unplayable. I've thought about this a lot since watching Generation Gap's video on the Atari video game E.T., where he explains just how playable and insensible the game actually is, and the fault of the game was just how rushed it was. I mean, a game made in 6 weeks is insane. It's a really good video and I highly recommend you check it out. And well, unplayable is how I viewed Zelda 2 for a long time, and it was mostly just from looking at it and hearing word of mouth. And let me tell you right now, you'll never know how you feel about a game unless you try it out yourself. Don't rely so much on articles and reviewers. Yes, even me. I always encourage you to check out games for yourself and form your own opinion. Zelda 2: Adventure of Link has always kind of been seen as the black sheep of the franchise because it deviates itself from the format of a typical Zelda game, a format that, at the time, wasn't truly established. I mean, it's Zelda 2, as in the second one. Miyamoto wanted this version to be different, and why wouldn't he? Zelda was new and didn't want his critically acclaimed success to already become stagnant. So this new format saw a new team of developers, though the original story artist would remain the same. But I'm not really here to talk about the story so much, as this isn't really a full-on review. But if you want to know, Zelda can't wake up, Link needs the Triforce to wake her up, and the risk of Link dying could see the resurrection of Ganon. That's it. But what I want to really talk about is the mechanics of the game and what makes it such a truly unique sequel. Zelda 2 held a number of quirks to it, such as spells, leveling up, and side-scrolling action. Two major themes that the game implements into its gameplay is exploration and risk and reward. Whereas nearly every Zelda game encourages exploration, Zelda 2 makes it imperative to your survival and progression. The risk and reward factor I feel has never been touched upon quite as much as in Zelda 2, which brings up our first construct, leveling. Defeating enemies sees Link gaining experience, and in doing so, allows Link to level up, increasing his magic, health, or strength depending if he has enough experience to raise it. However, the risk here is that while Link can walk on the safe path and encounter virtually no one, he runs the risk of being underpowered when entering temples and more difficult areas. So we've got to grind, right? Well, of course we do. But this is where the risk and reward goes further. Link has 3 lives, and what that means is Link has 3 chances to level up his skills. If you haven't reached the next level and you've lost your last life, all that experience just goes away. And that sucks. But it creates a challenge that keeps you coming back. How far do you want to venture for more experience? Farther away caves can help you level faster, but if you're not up to the challenge, you could see yourself with wasted time and all the way back to Zelda's chamber. It's frustrating, but fair. And look, I'm not saying something like Zelda 2 is like the Dark Souls of the Zelda franchise. No, it's just a bigger challenge than what you'd normally expect from a Zelda game, and it's awesome. Zelda 2 has a good sense of progression and even conveys its level of difficulty. The first temple, while challenging, shouldn't take too much to overcome, especially if you've leveled a bit. But you can't really get to any other areas without the candle, as it lights up all the other caves. An item in the temple that impacts the overworld and isn't just a boss-centered weapon? Hey, not bad! But getting the candle and passing through the southern cave, something truly difficult to do without the candle, opens you up to a whole new level of difficulty. Oh god, not striking downward skeletons, oh god, why? And this is what I love about Zelda 2. Sure, you can progress further if you think you have the skill, but the difficulty will be raised and it shows. That's why you're encouraged to explore the area you're comfortable with. Find some upgrades, gain some levels, and most importantly, explore. Exploring opens up the possibility of finding spells. Some spells are necessary to progress to the next area, but some can be skipped entirely. And there is a reason that's important. If every spell was required, then the game would make sure you were able to find it. But with some of these spells being bonuses you absolutely should get because they are usually a godsend like the life spell, you'll need to explore all over. Each spell is acquired through a sage, and learning techniques like the downward strike are the same way. But you'll need the townfolk to give you hints to where to find the next sage. Like clicking under this table will land you the mirror, and giving it to this girl will have you learning the life spell. So why is that significant? Because the game didn't make you do this. This is your reward to enjoy, one you earned. The temples will be easier to navigate, and it's because of your own actions, not the game's. And that is where Zelda 2 really gets unique. The game can get easier if you yourself put in the effort to find everything the game has to offer. And a big complaint I always heard was that the game was kind of hard to follow. but I really didn't see it that way. Sure, the NPCs can be a little vague, but how much more context do you need from Find Candle and Parappa Palace? Go west. Really, the NPCs are usually your guiding light to this game, and I think they give just enough information for you to keep going. Eyes of Ganon are everywhere, huh? I'm watching you, old lady. I'm always watching. The 2D side-scrolling combat is engaging as well as infuriating. Most temples have you applying spells, making sure you're not too low in health, pretty much anything to make sure you're ready to encounter another Iron Knuckle. Ugh, come on. This game strays away from the sense of relaxation you might get from your typical Zelda game, but that's kind of the appeal. If this game wasn't hard, it would be boring. A big regret I have is never giving this game a proper try when I was younger, because I know I would have loved this game. The feeling of getting stronger and the frustration caused by falling just short of the next level was stuff that kept me going in a game. And I only thought I wouldn't like it because the game seemed so difficult to understand. This game has stuck out to me since I picked it up on the Switch, and really, if you haven't given it a shot yet, please do. Find out for yourself why this game deserves the Zelda title. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Did you enjoy Zelda 2? Have a game you regret taking so long to play? Let me know down in the comments and hit that like button if you like my content. Consider subscribing and be sure to hit that bell. And as always, keep it practical.